Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Change Starts With Us. Our special guest today is, let's see if I get your name right, Jamal Shakoor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it took me, about a year to get his name down, but I finally did. Why don't you share a little bit? I know that each institution is running this virus thing a little bit differently, but share a little bit about your concerns and how the institution is handling it where you're at.
I mean, I just feel like the institution is making it seem like it's the inmates stacking out. I don't think when they're in there, it's handled properly.
Right.
But, like, I don't see no gloves. I think yesterday when I went to lunch, I finally seen, like, two officers or whoever they were. I don't even know if they were really officers or what, or staff members. I see about 3 of them with gloves on, but it was probably about 7 of them in there.
Right. That's yeah.
And then I don't see them taking it proper, but they'll keep coming to us like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to be cautious with this, and they'll sit us all down and they keep running us down, talking about no cut here in the day room, and you got to do this, and you got to use proper hygiene, and stuff like it's not us that's going to have it.
Yeah. In some of the institutions, they put up a poster that you guys will be getting masks, but the problem is the masks that they're passing out, my doctor said, will not really help people.
Wow.
It's got to be a certain type of mask, not the real flimsy kind that you see in the hospital sometimes. This is a dreadful thing. I was tested positive. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything about that here.
Yeah, well, there's let's see, I think two staff members up at Grafton and 3 from Marion so far that I've heard.
Wow, I heard about the Grafton. I heard about Marion though.
Yeah, I just got a notice from Grafton yesterday. It was in I don't know if it was a Plain Dealer or Columbus. Cleveland. One of their magazines or newspapers. So, are they giving you guys hand sanitizer, or did they put up any?
Yes,
Okay.
hand sanitizer. Like when we go to, like, even yesterday, they had this, like when they sent us to the way this place is built is like in a bubble. We got 3 different blocks in one bubble, so they let one out at a time. Like it goes like 8, 10, 12. Like I'm in 12. Then you got 8. Then you got 10. So they'll let 8 out, give it some time. And
Right.
then when you get down into the kitchen, to the shower hall, they'll issue you in like one at a time to keep you with the distance, like this 6 foot or distance and stuff like that. And then they'll call the next block, then they'll call the next block.
Yeah, I just went to the bank today, and they had the Columbus police. They had a security up there, that measured the 6 foot thing for us. So, but
I mean, like I say, I just feel like, okay, at the end of the day, it's not going to be us that's going to have it.
right.
The coronavirus thing ain't going to just bubble up in here like, yeah, I'm going to get these guys. You got to be brought in by somebody from out there.
Right.
It's not like some little like ghosts or something like that. It's just like,
Right.
like,
Well, everything's going to take time. I think they're talking about the peak the first week in May. And we have events planned starting the end of May and August. But if need be, we'll cancel the ones in May, but we'll wait till about a week before just to see, what they want us to do. But we're not willing to put anybody's life in jeopardy.
Yeah, I mean, they still trying to, I finally, what day was that? Monday, finally had a video of his own JP finally worked for me and no problems.
Right.
It's been so hard getting that to go through. And it ain't like there's a lot of people, well, I know not a lot of people on my block.
Right.
I'm probably the only one that sit down at the thing. But there's not a lot of people that be using it in this block, and it never works. it was the first time they actually worked.
Right.
I got another one Saturday, so we'll see how it goes. But that's helping, I guess, with the suspended visits.
Yeah, it's a lot of things happening that really is it's just a mess. Nobody, and you can't really even blame the staff members because this was not planned. And nobody even knew anything about what it was. So, yep. And it's a learning process for all you guys, the staff, and us out here on society. It's just a learning experience right now.
So I have to think like if they stay protecting themselves, we'll be okay in here.
Right. How are they doing commissary out there?
Commissary's still running the same because we had to go on Friday because everywhere on the 31st was Tuesday or something like that.
Right.
And they had to do inventory, so they started running commissary last week.
Right.
And so it's still running the same. It's definitely running the same, like everything. The only big thing that they're making a big deal of is us going to child, sitting there at a table and keeping a distance and stuff like that. Other than that,
Yeah. It's got to be interesting. It's got to be interesting for you guys at Chow when you guys had to sit like 6 feet apart. Do they have it marked on the floors or on the tables?
Nope. As long as you sit 3 to a table.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just you go sit 3 to a table, you can spread it out or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Just 3 to a table, and then the only thing that we all walk down here together, so I don't really understand they doing whatever they can do. Like my only issue is them sitting us down, making it seem like it's us making catches.
Right. Right. And it's got to be interesting for you guys. Personally, I rarely ever ate in the chow hall, but I know there's some people that really don't have a choice. But with what they're feeding you guys now, I'd be one skinny person.
Being a vegetarian, I'd have been a vegetarian for
I can't. Yeah. Now I can't. Yeah, I can't be a vegetarian because I'll eat a piece of broccoli and it'll look like a cow to me. So,
it's been rough. It's definitely been rough. Like today, you got like some like little patty. I'll probably go down there and see what it's about. But now I probably won't eat the patty, but I'll end up eating something and see what they have for me. And
right.
That's the way to get out of the block for a little
right.
bit. Most of the time, that's why I go down there. I walk down there. I'll probably take my train to somebody because I don't really.
Right. Some of the states are starting to release people, but what we think should happen in Ohio is release those people that's been down for years, and start sending them home so they could be with their families and let's clear out the institutions. Now, the governor, believe it or not, does not have that power. It has to go through legislation. So that's something. Who knows? We're going to probably work on something, try and get something done that maybe they would work on that. I don't even know if they will, but change needs to take place.
It definitely does. It would make sense to start with the people that have been locked up for long. Those are the people that's in the way for it.
Right, and to be honest, the people that's got a year left, they're not my concern. They're going home.
Yeah, they're going home.
Right.
But the big block of stuff in Ohio is the people that's doing indefinite sentences and they got 20 or 30 or 40 years in here. Like, how long do you plan on keeping these people? Like, I don't understand it.
And you've been locked up quite a few years yourself.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, you were what, 18?
Sure.
How old were you when you got locked up?
18.
Wow. That's more than half your life.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be 39 at the end of this month.
Yeah, you know, you go in as a kid, you come out as an old man, just like I did. But you know, if things change like they should, you know, and if people really want to be fair and transparent, you guys would be going home. You know, but it seems to me that the legislators like to hold on to you know, the people that's been down a while and release the troublemakers, because one is you guys are cheap, you guys are slave labor for them. You guys do the job for them, where if they would have to pay somebody from the outside, it'd be a lot more money. So why would they want you guys to go home, you know? So.
And I look at it like they got people that doing their justice for however long they can, and that's something that they can always have, you know.
Right.
They gotta go in and out, in and out, in and out. They'll be gone, probably gone for a few months or gone for a year or two, and then they'll be back. Not saying that they will, but some people, a lot of people do that. But,
right.
You'll have some people like you already got these people, but that's still ain't right though.
Right.
So, like I said, this is supposed to be a rehabilitation place. No, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That means you get a second chance. You get yourself better and you get a second chance. But
right.
not after 30, 20, 30, 40 years. That don't even make sense. No,
it's you know, we have a prison system that's meant for 30,000 people. There's 52,000, 53,000 that's locked up. You know, and almost every cell is meant for one person. The only institution that I know is one man cells again is Lucasville. I'm not sure about OSP. I think they may be as well.
Yeah, OSP is single man.
Yeah.
OSP, Lucasville, and
Toledo. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, Grafton should have been one man cells. That camp was made for like 450 people, and they got like 1,000 inside of Grafton. Then they got the the reentry program out there. I don't know much about your camp, but you know, yours is all.
1 minute remaining. Trumbull was supposed to be a one man.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have time to call back, or do you want to do it another time?
I mean, I can call back. Yeah, I got time to call back.
Okay, we'll be waiting for you, brother. Okay,
yeah.
Bye. Yeah, that's my friend Jamal Shakoor. You know, some of these names are just difficult for me to pronounce. But he's been down 20 years. He got sentenced at the age of 18. Outstanding institutional record. Those are the people the state don't want to release, because if they release the good workers and the people that stay out of trouble, it costs the state more money by hiring contractors to do the work that the inmates do. So why would the state want to release these people? You know, and it's kind of sad. He was sharing a little bit today about COVID-19, how they're doing it out there. They did put hand sanitizer stations in, I guess, throughout the institution. That's him again. He's awful fast, though.
Hello. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Cell Link.
Okay, brother, you're back on. It's all on you.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and I remember like you talking about single man cells, and I was like, hey, I know Trumbull was supposed to be one that they ended up making it 2 cells.
Right.
I just believe something needs to change. Like, I always feel like that, and I know I thank you for y'all, you know, being the ones that's going out and fighting for us, but man, it's definitely rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely rough.
Yeah. I just heard somebody scream there. Was that the officer?
Yeah, the officer screaming about the child.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Do you go to chow hall most of the time?
Yeah, like I said, I probably by the time, like I said, it's gonna take a long time for they even get there. They gotta run this block 5 this ain't even he did all that hollering, and this ain't even a big block, Mr. Cronenberger. Like, it's only 40, it's only 20 sales in here, it's only 40 people in the block.
Wow.
So you just imagine how big that is, and he's doing all that hollering.
Well, some people that get bossed around by their wives want to get vocal anyways.
Yeah, like that was uncalled for. Like everything he hollered, everything he come in here, he hollered at the top of his lungs, and this spot ain't that big.
Yeah, it's all that is yeah, that's just pure disrespect. You know, yeah, and then, you know, a lot of the trouble that happens in the institutions is due to the staff members, the way they treat people.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, that's the thing. Like you'll have, it's like that here now. This place when I first got here, they were real respectful, and then over time it had changed into something else. And you get a lot of staff members that's just like, would like to aggravate the situation.
right.
That like you would think they would have proper training and be like, listen, if we the bad guys and we the one that's dealing with the issues, why don't y'all know how to handle properly? They'll handle it just as crazy as the person that they're trying to handle.
Right. That's true.
And then when they restrain it, then got somebody and they jumping on them and macing them and all of that, like y'all didn't handle that properly.
Right.
We're a bad person. We're a bad person for real. That's how it makes me feel like, cause y'all are the ones that's supposed to be, they're supposed to be the ones that's helping us or whatever, or controlling us or whatever the case
Right.
authority over us. That don't mean y'all ain't just as crazy as we do, or some people do.
Right.
So it's bad.
That's true. Well, yeah, and then someday, if whenever this virus passes, and we get the okay, we still want to come in to whatever your institution's called. I said someday we still want to come in there to talk in front of, with you guys.
I can possibly be. Remember, I told you I had to get a staff advisor to help me with,
right.
getting the group going. I just met with a lady a few weeks ago. She's in reentry.
Okay.
Lady here, and I might be working with her. I'm waiting to hear. She just got the job. She just started. She's taking give her a few weeks, and she'll possibly be talking to me to hopefully help me. Like I might be running her classes. I don't know if I'm running her classes or she'll help me run my group. However the case may be, I'm not going to forget about you, Mr. Cronenberger, and I'll definitely work to get that.
Right. I mean, all good things take time, and our main purpose now is really on wrongful convictions. Of course, we're still fighting the pro board because I'm not really my old group. You have to, that was kind of I was kind of pushed out, and my passion has always been pro reform. And you have to understand the system to be able to, fight the system, and when you guys have done 5, 10, 15, 20 years over your minimums, you guys should be home. So how many times have you gone to the board?
Just the first. 2017 was my first time, and they gave me 7.
Wow.
And I know you told me about the
Rhonda Head.
law, and I'm trying to work on that, and I'm still trying to get this passed. I'm trying to get this psych evaluation.
Good.
I got to meet with this guy. I got to send this kite and meet with this guy that's over this side of the mental health and medical and stuff like that. Hopefully, if I can wiggle to get him to give it to me, and then I can try to fight again.
Right. Well, the Rhonda Head, she won, the first time to the pro board because they gave her 10 years. And I think David Singleton, the ACLU, they all helped her with that lawsuit. And the pro board said, well, I tell you what, drop it and we'll take it back to the pro board. Well, we knew she was going to get a pro at that point, and that opened the doors for all of you guys.
What was, do you know the issues? Because I've had people try to look at it, and I'm trying to look at it myself, and I haven't found it. I still have an attorney.
not really, except that she had a pretty good record, not completely flawless, but nothing that would stimulate that they should have given her, a 10-year flop or a continuance.
That's like, that fits me right there just in front of her. Like, out of my 17 years that I took to the Pro Awards,
Right.
I only have one R&B ticket. That I don't have no whole shot. I had that one whole shot from that R&B ticket.
Yeah.
I wasn't even, they couldn't even really connect me to it. It was just more somebody had to go down for it, and I went down for it.
It seems to me that the more trouble you get into, the better chance you have for parole.
Yeah, like I don't, outside of that, sir, I don't get into trouble. I don't get into, like, man, I came here to try to, I came in young.
Right.
I didn't allow myself to get into too much. Yeah, when I first came in, you think, you got something to prove, and so I had a bad mentality coming in, but I got around a group of guys that were good people, and they got me better. Now, ever since then, I've been growing and better myself.
Right.
And I don't get into trouble. Like, the trouble is like, I just look at it like, I'm in jail already.
Right.
So, to the whole, that just looks even more dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in jail. Nah, that don't even add up. I'm trying to do better, so I can't do that.
Well, change has to start within us. We have to come to that point, and it doesn't make a difference if we're guilty or not. I know this. I know a few innocent people that still needed to change their behavior somewhat. They might not have committed a crime, but they still weren't the most well-behaved people. So, but so it's. I think we just have to bring awareness, on this, and convince people that you guys deserve a chance. That you're not the same person you were 20, 30 years ago. You have changed.
That's what I wanted to get the psych evaluation for, because in their determination against me, it was like they feel that I would further conduct criminal activity. How do you prove that? Now, if we get the psych evaluation and it shows that I'm fit for society, or even my risk factor was low, like nothing says that I'm a violent person or that I'll further conducting criminal activity. Nothing that says that. Nothing.
Right.
So where do y'all get that from? Where do y'all support that from? But now if I get this psych evaluation, I can show y'all that I'm not, but y'all just trying to make me out.
Right.
And now we get to discuss this again.
Right. How do you convince people, You have to be able to convince people, your institution record right there should prove it. But I also sat there one day and watched a CO put a shank in a guy's locker box because the guy was a cop, and he was exposing the COs on the inside for bringing in dope. And I watched that guy put in a shank in that inmate's box. And of course, you don't say nothing because you really can't. You keep your mouth shut. It's like, say, if I would see you do something, I'm walking away.
Yeah, that's almost like the situation that I ended up going to the hole for. So,
right.
Like, they found a package and said that I was the one setting up the package and having them delivered. Like, supported where? What? Like, nothing. They said informants. I don't know where you get informants at in prison, but they said informants said I was the one that was doing that.
Wow.
No support to it. No support. I didn't go touch nothing. They intercepted it, and they say I did. And I went to the hole, and they're going OST behind that.
Right, and they don't. Yeah, they don't have to have proof.
And then they went to the hole, and they're going OST behind that.
Right, and they don't need proof. All it is their word against yours.
Yeah, and I was like, that's what and I fight as much as I could fight. I was sending letters to Columbus, and I was doing everything. I fought it, appealed it, and everything, and ended up I won an appeal one time, and then without no other hearing or nothing like that, the warden overturned it and kept everything the same. Like, I won the appeal, didn't have nothing, didn't get no nothing from it. No another hearing, no nothing.
Right.
He overturned it and kept everything the same. I'm like, how do I fight this?
Yeah, it's
So I was saying, like it was some inside stuff going on. Like they were out to get me type stuff, and I was right next to Columbus, and I was right next to people, and I was fighting it. And I'm like, man, listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
right.
But in this case, I'm not wrong, and I was just trying to fight that.
Right. Well,
And give me a
you know, when you do, just keep doing what's right, sooner or later, they're going to release you, and hopefully sooner than later.
That's what I definitely want.
I would like to see you get out before your end of this pro board flop, because you don't deserve to have to stay in there that much longer.
Yeah.
And
like I said, when I went to the pro board hearing, I accepted my responsibility, and I told them how much I've changed and how much I took programs and all the stuff that I've done. And I'm like, man, listen, I was a kid with that
right.
didn't really understand stuff like, what
Yeah.
I am now would never do the stuff I did back then.
True. True.
I mean, it was more to that, but that was the basis of what I was just trying to explain to them. Like, I would never, even make sense to do what I did back then.
Right. Hey, try to find me one or two guys, and I think you did one already, that was wrongfully convicted.
Yeah, but I still got the one guy. I just didn't know if whatever your time is, I can still get back with him, and I can still look for some other ones too.
Let's do. I'm trying to think. If we could do one of the guys Saturday afternoon, like say Saturday afternoon, like around 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon, I should say, around 1 o'clock. If not, that's cool, but I'll be having everything set up just in case. Okay. Send me. Yeah. Make sure his number gets approved and send me his name. Send me his name on JPay and make sure he gets his phone number approved.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
Okay, we're gonna have to close this interview up because we're at the 30-minute mark, which means it's gonna run out.
Okay.
Again, let's do it again in a couple weeks. I'll keep in touch, brother.
Okay, you too.
Okay.
Okay, you take care.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I've known him for a while, everyone. Jamal Shakoor. I'm not good with